we're finalizing the design of Optimus version 3, and that really is going to be a very remarkable robot. It will have essentially the manual dexterity of a human, so meaning a very complex hand. An AI mind that can navigate and comprehend reality, and it will be made in very high volume.
Hands as skilled as ours, a mind that navigates reality, and the ability to mass produce them by the millions. Musk isn't describing a gadget. He's describing a replacement for human beings. Imagine walking into your job one morning and finding a machine that can do everything you can, faster, cheaper, and without ever asking for a paycheck.
Those are the three things that are missing. Like if you see any other robotics company, they're missing those three things. Those are the three really hard things.
But in China, the missing pieces are being filled at terrifying speed. State-backed firms are unveiling humanoids that walk, run, and even dance for the cameras. This isn't just competition. It's a new Cold War, fought not with missiles, but with machines that could one day outnumber us. And the battlefield isn't far away. It's your factory, your office, your home.
I spend actually at this point it might be more of my mental cycles than anything else, any other single thing on Optimus.
When the world's richest man admits he thinks more about robots than rockets, you should pay attention. Because this isn't just about Tesla. It's about control. Whoever commands the first army of humanoid workers will control the flow of wealth, power, and influence for generations. And if you're not the one building them, you're the one being replaced by them.
That's solving for real-world AI, all of the electromechanical issues of Optimus, the supply chain and production challenges of it, because there is no supply chain that exists for humanoid robots. So it has to be, we have to recreate it from scratch, and which requires doing a lot of vertical integration.
There is no supply chain for humanoid robots, no catalog to order from. Every tendon, every joint, every artificial muscle must be invented from scratch. Musk is building an empire of parts. China is mobilizing entire cities. Two visions, two strategies, both racing to create the first true robotic workforce. And when they succeed, the rest of us will simply live in the world they design.
But I think it is accurate to say that if successful, Optimus will be the biggest product ever.
The biggest product ever. Bigger than the iPhone. Bigger than the Model T. But what happens when the biggest product isn't a tool, but a worker? A worker that never sleeps, never strikes, never asks for rights. For billionaires, it's a dream. For governments, it's control. For you, it's a future where your competition isn't another human being. It's a machine.
I think that the marginal cost of production, once you hit 1 million units per year, is probably around the $20,000 range.
$20,000. That's all it takes to buy a human replacement. For a billionaire, that's pocket change. For a government, it's a rounding error. But for you, it's the price of your livelihood. Imagine 1 million robots rolling off assembly lines every year. Imagine them deployed in warehouses, hospitals, even schools. Imagine realizing that the future doesn't need you because it already has something cheaper.
Right now, we're struggling with the final design of the hardware, like I said, it's really primarily the hand. Not to just dismiss the rest of the robot. The rest of it's also important, but the hands inclusive of the forearm are a majority of the engineering difficulty of the entire robot.
The hand, evolution's masterpiece. 27 degrees of freedom, tendons and muscles woven with impossible precision. Musk admits it's the hardest problem, but in China, prototypes already claim to surpass human dexterity. If they succeed, the last barrier falls. And once the hand is solved, robots won't just walk among us, they'll build our cities, fight our wars, and maybe replace us entirely.
The story of Optimus is not just about engineering, it's about power. Imagine a future where a handful of billionaires or governments command millions of tireless workers. They don't sleep, they don't strike, they don't ask for rights, they simply obey. For the average person, that future is both seductive and terrifying. Because what happens when your boss can replace you with a machine that costs less than your yearly salary? What happens when governments can deploy robotic armies to build cities, enforce laws, or even fight wars without risking a single human life? The balance of power shifts, not toward the many, but toward the few who own the machines. Elon Musk believes Optimus could be the biggest product in history. But in China, the vision is even larger. Entire industries staffed by humanoids, entire economies re-engineered around robotic labor. This isn't just a race for innovation, it's a race for control of civilization itself. And here's the mystery. Will these machines liberate us from work, giving humanity the freedom to create, explore, and dream? Or will they chain us to a new hierarchy, where the owners of robots become the new emperors of the world? For you, the viewer, this isn't a distant question. It's the future of your job, your family, your society. By 2040, analysts predict billions of humanoid robots could walk the earth. They will cook, clean, build, and fight. They will be everywhere, but they will not belong to you. They will belong to those who can afford them. And when that day comes, the question will not be whether robots can serve humanity, but whether humanity will still serve itself. Optimus is not just a robot. It is a mirror reflecting the choices we make today about power, about control, about who gets to decide the future. And when you look into that mirror, you may not see a machine staring back. You may see the shadow of a world where humans are no longer at the center.